Hey, buenas a todos, gente, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Voy a continuar Final Fantasy XVI justo después del otro vídeo, ¿vale? Pasa que lo parto para que no sea un coñazo de 4 horas de vídeo. Ay, pues nada. Vamos a continuar. Eso, vamos a hablar con Otto. Seguramente tendremos nuevas cosas en la forja y tal. Nuevas cosas para comprar. Sí, sí, sí.
Still alive, are ya?
No quiero ni hablar con vosotros. Ah, no, espada de diamantina. Pues no. Oh, pues nada. Me voy a enchufar a elixires. A ultra pociones. A pociones. Omni elixir. Si ya están por este tónico supera a los demás respecto. A pesar de su increíble efecto, se encuentra aventurero. Se establece toda la vitalidad, rellena la barra de límite e incrementa el poder de ataque un 10% y la defensa en un 30% durante 60 segundos. Al llevarlo equipado, se usa automáticamente la vitalidad cuando llega a 0. Vaya chetada, ¿no? O sea, es una autocura, por así decirlo. Directamente. El martillo negro, venga. Lucitor.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Tete. Tete. Lo que me acabas de dar, ¿no? Uy, parece de mentira esta espada, pero qué guapa, ¿no? Venga, vámonos. Acabamos de conseguir a Bahamut. Hemos derrotado a Bahamut. Bueno, hemos derrotado. Artema lo posee y nos tenemos que enfrentar a él por obligación. Y muere. Bueno, no sé si muere. Creo que no muere. Lo revive el Joshua. La que muere es mi colega, la madre. Que menos mal. ¿Qué pasa? A ver. Vale.
Do you have any?
Well, that depends on your definition.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the ski. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own.
Venga, a informarnos de la situación del resto del grupo, ¿no? De nuestro equipo. Vamos a hablar con nuestros coleguitas. Venga, cuéntame la situación. Ah, vale, en catástrofe no. Reventó un Crystal Mother, es lo que hay.
No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
My countrymen are stronger than you think.
Par de campaneros destruidos. Creo que no ha ido, ¿no? Al dominio, porque ha sido una flor gigante del suelo y ha reventado toda la nación, pero...
Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find...
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely...
Venga. Resúmeme.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us.
Bueno, que se espabilen, ¿no? Aprendan a vivir sin magia.
More than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter.
O sea que la estamos liando.
Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their
O sea, están todos cagadísimos de miedo,
Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted.
Einherjar.
The world, in short, is is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand,
Escúchame.
to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
Hay que reventar el último cristal madre y ver qué pasa. Ya está.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably... Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves.
Which is only ever going to end.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the king of Wulu deign to invade?
Salvo nosotros, que somos 3 dominantes. Básicamente, ¿no? Nos fusionamos Fénix, Shiva y Ifrit y hacemos Ultra Ifrit Omega. ¿Sabes? Por el pito saco hielo, por el brazo izquierdo un ala y por el brazo derecho fuego del infierno. Fácil. Y lo reventamos. Y le decimos, Odín, vení acá, que te cuento una cosa. Va a haber truenos. Bueno, no sé.
Let me guess.
Is there anything
Sí.
you don't know, Lord?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. That, I believe, is a question And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the... But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the...
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods
Uno de los
responsible.
dioses era Artema.
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of... Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sea, had I the journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, you will forgive me, I hope.
Certainly not.
O sea, nos han tirado un cipote al
There is nothing to
Hipócrates, ¿no?
forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom.
Vale.
Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Venga. Está guay que después de cada parte tocha de la historia te hagan un resumen de cómo está el mundo. Que claro, igual esto te enteras muchísimo más, haces secundarias y tal, y vives más en el universo, ¿no? Por así decirlo. Pero es que no me interesa. Es que son demasiadas horas. O sea, con lo guapo que está lo que acabamos de hacer, de reventar a Bahamut, ¿para qué quiero ponerme a farmear
We
flores?
have a problem.
Only one.
It would. Actually.
Bueno,
we had
3
as many
misioncitas, ¿no?
owls
Venga.
alive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a caching out her gates and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northwick.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village...
When
Vale.
it rained.
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are... And even if
Vale.
I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get... Which means...
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our...
Venga. Pues no es posible continuar cierta misión. Ayuda a Marta, ayuda a la dama, ayuda a Lubor. Perdón, me muero. Pues nada, vamos a ello, ¿no? Vamos a echarles un cable a todos. ¿Por quién empiezo? ¿Por Lubor mismo? No sé. Esto que era Dalimil. Venga, sí. Vamos a ayudar a Lubor primero. Pensaba que petaba el juego, digo, no me has dado problema, tío. República de Dalmequia. Se está liando.
Bastards. My shop.
Vale, ¿y dónde está mi colega? Ah, atrás, coño. Perdón. Vale, nos van a decir, ha habido un asedio de no sé qué, ha pasado tal, ha pasado lo otro, ¿no? Venga.
Sid,
Tus compañeros son más formidables que tu tío.
should I be worried?
Cuidado, Es mi novia.
Clive has told...
All lies.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a...
Indeed. Although, you're...
Any idea where they were?
The desert's a big but the fact is...
Vale.
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach... And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the... I've tried reasoning with the dissenting
Vale.
parties, but even...
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you
Se
think
viene el
they
momento de
listen to
calma
us?
otra vez, ¿no?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted...
Venga, 2 facciones, un objetivo.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Ve a la picadura mortal. Espero que no sean muy largas, por favor. Porque es que me importa cero ayudarles.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for... We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on...
And what happens when those mess? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies if we are... And you cannot...
But what happens when they come back?
That's enough. Any more of this and I'll throw you out. Come back when you're ready to talk like that.
Vale, son como... Hay dos bandos aquí y uno quiere usar el dinero para una cosa o para otra. Y tenemos que decidir nosotros, ¿no? Y en base a la decisión que tomemos, tenemos que irnos a hacer X. Entiendo, ¿no? Víctor, este no me acuerdo ni quién era. Víctor.
And lady, I was about to ask. Costness is in chaos. And the markets, the Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil, is the only place I was here to do just that. When Master Lubor told me of his troubles.
Vale.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason these are cursed skies, or an entire...
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution.
I hope so.
Venga, va, daros un poquito de brío para hacer las cosas, ¿eh? Víctor, no me vengas con... Qué guapo, ¿eh? Destella un poco. Pero es como estar en un eclipse continuo.
So, what I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid, but have left to smolder. That anger.
My thoughts are... both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihood.
And if there's one thing bad...
What would...
¿Qué haría Cid el infame?
Well, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the...
That sounds like a recipe for...
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will... It may still be possible to make... Before presenting...
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city.
When all that fear and anger can be directed...
It appears we have a plan. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince...
As you wish.
Your face... Don't worry. Victor and I will do most of the talking.
Play along.
What he means to say.
Coñazo de misiones estas, ¿eh? De verdad. O sea... Coñazo de misión para mí que no me interesa. ¿Sabes? Es la cosa. En plan... Estoy haciendo de recadero y acabo de reventar a Bahamut. Por favor. Dos.
Ah.
Hello there.
Ish Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane?
A pleasure, my lady.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra.
Victor says you told that there aren't any men left to hire.
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's...
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
Convencido.
I can't believe that.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest, and there's a reason
No es el más rápido de su clase, ¿eh?
Talking and not Sid. Well,
¿Cómo se acaba de meter contigo, no? Si te ha quedado una cara de tonto, Clive. En plan... La acaba de llamar imbécil, ¿sabes? Venga, va. Siguiente. No van a venir los hombres malos. Ahora hablo yo, ¿no? O va a hablar Jill también. Lord Sotomonte. Randala.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war...
Indeed, sir. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine. It is only a matter of time before...
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, and while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens, which means that now, more than ever, we will need... If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but the...
All right, if it will. But you needn't have gone
¿Ya
through
está?
this.
Y ahora vamos a por los bandidos, ¿no? Entiendo yo, tenemos que ir a por los bandidos.
Clive, she saw right through it. I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced the desired. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the...
Todo el mundo se mete contigo por ser inexpresivo. Por ser John Nieve. Venga.
Not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
Creo que toda esta batalla no hacía falta. Realmente no.
Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Se gustan. Si os gustáis por liaros. Bueno, pues bueno. Si no vomito.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat graced with time. They may...
Time no longer...
I take it your scouts found the band.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. Or...
Vale.
You're not
Todos
sick.
ellos,
They
venga
just
ya.
want
Venga.
food. They want the whole...
I have a feeling. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the...
The rest, my friend, mistakes I concede are high.
That is a lot of faith
Vale.
to put into...
Then it will be for us to see...
I thought you might.
We'll hold them off for as long as we...
And we will do...
Venga, va, hombre. Soy más intensos de verdad, ¿eh? Vale, vamos para allá. ¿Qué habilidades tengo? Porque yo hace rato... Bueno, lo he mirado antes. Tengo 3800 puntos. Esto no lo voy a usar. Y ignición lo estoy usando mucho, pero no sé si mejorarlo. Yo ahora voy con Bahamut. No sé ni qué hace Bahamut todavía. Ahora carmesí no lo utilizo. Onda térmica no lo uso. Y pirobarrido no lo uso. Impulso ignio lo tengo ya a tope. Llamas del renacer lo podría mejorar, ¿eh? Porque este ataque está roto. No, lo siguiente. Vale, me quedan 1400 puntos. Me podría mejorar alguna de estas, ¿no? Que no tengo mejorado desde el principio del juego, que parezco un imbécil. Por ejemplo. Que son los que más utilizo, realmente.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
Es medio raro, ¿eh? Es medio raro, ¿eh?
They mean to overwhelm us.
Vale. Voy a seguir cargando, a ver. Y lo suelto aquí. Estoy probando, ¿eh? Hago todo de golpe. ¡Guau! La mejora, tete. La mejora. La mejora se nota, ¿eh? Vale. Es medio raro el combate con este pibe, ¿eh? Es un sultán, ¿eh? Ah, pero puedes atacar así mientras, vale. Vale. No puedo atacar ahora. Vale, y saco mega fulgor. Vale. Y ahora le hago lo que me da la gana aquí. Es medio raro el combate con Bahamut, ¿eh? No sé si me acaba de gustar. Vale. Nada, fácil. Es medio raro el combate con mi colega Bahamut, ¿eh? Como que tienes mucho tiempo de espera para todo. ¿Sabes? Con lo frenético que es el combate todo el rato, pero no está mal, ¿eh?
The townspeople. Could they...
I don't hear any fighting.
That we should hurry.
Sí, ¿qué vais a hacer ahora, chicos? Lo han conseguido. Grandes. Un pez. Es R2D2. Está guay. Ahí. A ver si se ve. ¿Se ve o no? Ahí. Creo que destella demasiado. Un pequeño pez.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Dalimil.
The hobbits are coming to Isengard.
Conrad seems to have had
To
a change of
Isengard,
heart.
perdón, no to Isengard.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your
Tan buenos los
presence that
peces.
visitors from the
Tan ricos.
desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty.
Calm now, Victor. Why, we are united. As for you, Sid, you fight.
I'll take that as a...
No le ayudamos ya a este a hacer cosas. Destruimos el cristal de aquí al lado. Me tiene que decir la tontería esta. Vio literalmente cómo matamos a Titán, ¿no? Estaba al lado. Bueno, al lado, estaba aquí. Y Titán estaba aquí en el desierto. Venga, vamos a ayudar a Martha. Bueno, a quien toque ahora. Honda de Martha. Perfecto. Y luego tenemos que ayudar a la dama, que era la prostituta, si no me equivoco. Tantos reventados también.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Ping, pong, pong, ping.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive.
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik.
Those skies
bichitos, vale.
happened. Not long after they fell down. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only the rest are still
Vale.
down there now. And while we have a few willing...
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never... Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. Let the men know you come to help.
We're on our way.
Vamos de una. Batalla por la Honda. Bueno, estas que son de peleita me están gustando más, ¿eh?
Do you think
Por
there
lo
are as
menos.
many as Martha says?
More.
Venga, vámonos. Yo lo siento por no hacer las secundarias, ¿eh? De verdad. Quizá me estoy perdiendo un contenido del juego que te da. Que es la polla, ¿no? Pero es que me interesa cero de verdad, ¿eh? ¿Me estoy recuperando la vida poco a poco o es fumada mía? Es fumada mía, no la recuperas poco a poco. Claro, si te ponen los números, seré tonto. Ping, pong, pong, ping. Oh, no, la chocoberiza. Chocobriza. Chocobierzo.
Clive, wounded.
Wounded. Oh, no.
We deal with the Akash.
Venga. ¡Au! Vamos a cargar fulgor. Al nivel 2. Vamos a intentar cargarlo. Mientras hace una cosa, hago la otra. Se acercan más enemigos. Estaba claro. Vale. 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 Vale, está guay. Está guay Bahamut, tiene un rollo, tengo que hacer bien las habilidades para atacar mientras cargo, perdón. Atacar mientras cargo, si lo he dicho bien. O sea, suelto la habilidad de la Y y luego me pongo a cargar el fulgor.
If you've come to rob this place.
El mejor es el ataque fuerte del Fénix,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions.
Wait.
Ah, vale.
Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party.
Vale.
Take your wounded back. Martha will see you're looked after.
Nosotros vamos enseguida. Vamos a ayudar al Wade, ¿no? Wade Wilson. Ping. Ping, ping. ¿Cómo será el remake del Final Fantasy IX, tío? Decían que iban a mantener el combate por turnos. Es que me gusta el combate por turnos a mí.
A fine reward for holding off the...
When did Wade and his men...
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter, so they were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed.
Martha! The scouting
party is
almost at the lift, but they got a pack and they got wounded!
Damn it all.
Echar un cable.
You look after everyone here.
I will.
Venga. Vámonos. Fi, fi, fo, fi, fi, fo, fi. Fi, fi. Puedo comprar, sí. Es lo que voy a hacer. Voy a comprar cosas para curarme, ¿no? Espada de platino. No me interesa. Quiero pociones.
Thanks very much. Much obliged.
Ya está. Pensaba que había gastado más cosas y no. Es que soy tan buen jugador. Fi, fi, fo, fi, fi, fo, fi. Fi, fi, fo, fi, fi, fo, fi. Venga, vamos, vamos. Venga, vamos, 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 vamos. Que se acercan los malos, que vienen los malos. Aquí se ha muerto el torrao. Mira el Wade.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk.
Squire.
What about I didn't, sir?
Es una orden. Oscar. Se me hace súper raro, tío.
Lord Rosfield. Martha seemed to think you might need some help, and by the looks of it.
We thought we could sneak, but we didn't know there would be so many.
Viene uno gigante, ¿no? Es una tortuga.
Damn it.
Ay, cangrejos.
Do you think we can hold them?
We can certainly.
Somos buenos. Somos brutalísimos.
Always.
Then let's do
Cuento con tu hacha. A referencia al Señor de los Anillos, Qué guapo, tú. Me he chocado con la tortuga y me paran seco, Vale, esto es lo que tengo que hacer. Y luego esto. Y ahora puedo hacer esto. ¿Sí o no? Y ahora fulgor 2. Y vuelvo a hacer esto. Y la suelto. ¡Wow! Había acertado un total de cuántos golpes me ponía, de 200 golpes. ¡Qué barbaridad! Se me lía, Venga, cago el fulgor. Esquivo. Vale. Suelto el fulgor. Duro, Durito, No, más enemigos no. Venga, recógelo, recógelo. Es que lo estoy aprovechando poco esto, tú. Vale. Carga un fulgor, por Dios. Vale. Perdón que me quede en silencio, es que son durísimos, tío. ¿Qué ha pasado? Nivel 2, ¿vale? Al suelo. Nada vulnerable. Nada, fuera. Vale. Duro, ¿eh? Duro, duro. Llevo media hora ya y he hecho 2 misiones. Por favor, quiero avanzar a la siguiente parte del juego. Me gustaría, por favor. Por favor, por favor. Perdón, que me había llegado un mensaje.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
A buenas horas, Marta.
Something wrong.
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second.
Feel like finishing the...
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool.
Always.
You'll need to move the injured without her.
Don't you worry about...
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Venga, vámonos. Perdón, me he comido otro pez. 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 Me ha tragado yo solo. Pez. Ve a la torcha de Rhiannon. Vale. De Rhiannon.
Mad dogs.
Habíamos estado ya ahí, no me acuerdo. Yo pensaba que íbamos a pilotar, iba a decir, a cabalgar algún chocobo. Pero con las distancias tampoco son tan grandes como para que merezca la pena ir en chocobo, ¿no? Entiendo yo. O sea, ¿y qué nos queda, tío? Es que, perdón, estoy ahora divagando mentalmente. ¿Qué nos queda? ¿Odín? ¿Y Artema? No. Nos quedará uno que no sé cuál es. Nos quedará uno que no sé cuál es. Shiva. Shiva, ¿no? Podría ser Shiva. Que nos dé el poder Jill voluntariamente. Podría ser tranquilamente, ¿no? Igual es fumadísima que me pillo sacando de la manga. Ven aquí. Dragon Team. Un chocobo. Chocobo asiático. No. Chocobito. Vale. 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 Mega fulgor. Y por lo que pueda ser. Pues es que es vasto como el sol el puto juego. Oh, no. Tendría que haber aguantado en la habilidad, tío.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Las animaciones a veces son raras. Pero no sé si está pasando en esta parte del juego solo. O ya lo eran raras y me he dado yo cuenta ahora. Podría ser, ¿eh? música, tío, la música. Es la locura, la música es la locura. Mierda. Había esquivado, por mi padre, que había esquivado. Cúrate. Vale. Nada. 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 Más que controlado. Me estoy acostumbrando a utilizar a Bahamut y tal. Lo que pasa que Titán mola mucho por el ¡pum! Esquivas. Y si lo haces perfecto, haces un parry. Que lo destrozas a puñetazos. Es lo que mola de Titán. Y luego tienes el superataque ese que lo revienta todo para atrás. ¿Que va a haber un super bicho más? Pez. No, parece que ya está, ¿no?
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Hopefully we'll have enough time.
How many of your men?
Damn sight less and
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as this... It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable.
What do you say, Martha?
Well, when you put...
Claro, si te protegen, guay, ¿no? Me tiembla la cara. ¡Bum! Bufanda de los guardianes de la llama. ¿Esto que es? Un coleccionable. Puede verse en el camarote de Clyde. Vale, tío.
My lord. Oscar?
Oscar. ¿Quién sos?
It is an... I am Oscar.
Murdoch.
Hostia, el hijo.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did.
Ah.
Well, go on then. Yes. If it please you, my lord Marquis, I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
But I am a shield no longer, and spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly...
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not to... You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no... And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... It's all right. There is only so much the boy can learn from...
But a squire...
Would that really be... You were a squire once?
¿Vamos a tener un acompañante más? Por la cara.
Know that I'll show you as...
I would not have...
Vale, se la ha super pegado, entiendo. Creo que voy a volver a ir con este set de habilidades. ¿Y puedo mejorar algo de aquí? No, el super mega ataque no. Este no lo estoy usando. Lo que estoy usando es... Yo creo que así voy bien ya. Yo creo que sí. Yo que sé, es que me parece correcto. ¿Puedes poner el mapa mundi, por favor? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? Vámonos, venga. A la dama, tenemos que irnos... Hostia, tomar por culo, Northridge. Esta era la prostituta, ¿no? La dama. Va a ser lo mismo, ¿verdad? Soldados reventados y vamos a tener aquí un combate tocho contra los X. Venga, vámonos. Tengo la insignia, dejarme en paz. Tengo la insignia, dejarme en paz. Bueno, este pueblo está más entero, parece. Parece. Pickpocket. 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 Hola.
My lord,
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures.
With the blue eyes. Yes, they've taken so many.
Hostia.
Artemis,
Hieródulos de Artema.
what of your mistress?
Oh, no. She went to the garage.
Then we'll look for her.
Hieródulos. Vale. Hostia, llevo sin ver las... Igual tengo un montón de cosas que pillar. Las recompensas de la estrellita esa. Hace un montón que no las miro. Tengo que tener varias por pillar, ¿no? Si con estas misiones que te obligan a pillar cosas. O sea, te obligan a hacer y pillas esa moneda. Estás medio obligado a pillar algo, ¿no? En plan... Sí o sí vas a tener equipo de mejora.
Madame!
Half the garrison's been
Madame.
slaughtered by those things. We lost the...
We've tried
Vale.
requesting reinforcements, but there's been what more
Vale.
would you have us?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the veil and protect them I shall. But in case you have forgotten, the people of this town, but more than that, they are your sisters. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here. It's the way.
What we have left is our last.
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk.
Borrachos.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect...
It was a noble effort. I thought you might still need some support.
Oh, like you. What we need to consider is where the creatures
Se ha
came
picado la
from.
Jill, ¿eh?
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of... and perhaps they did.
Vale. Venga. Vamos a hablar con los ciudadanos. Bueno, con los heridos. Niño, ¿cómo era el bicho?
You're a pikeman, yeah?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so... And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow.
Leave that to her.
Vale.
My family.
Ay, perdón.
It's all right.
Me muero, coño. Con mi propia saliva. Niña,
Did you see the
cuéntamelo todo.
Creatures, they came out of nowhere. They went for...
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme.
Vale.
It's all right.
A todo esto,
At least we have an idea of where the thralls...
¿dónde estará la pava que ayudaba a... Qué guapo el castillo ahí abajo, eh? Falta el cristal gigante de fondo. Que lo reventamos, ¿no? ¿Eso es Rosalith? Un momento, ¿cómo me pongo un día? Aquí. ¿Esto era Rosalith? Aquí había un cristal y lo reventamos, ¿no? Es que no me acuerdo de los nombres, tú, son tantos. Vale. Vamos a ir full vida. Ay. Ahí hay un dragón, no sé qué, pero no me interesa, voy a ir para allá, de una. ¿Dónde estará la pava que ayuda al Joshua? Porque le dice, tienes que huir, no sé qué. Pero llega a huir. No murió, ¿no? Me imagino que ahora cuando volvamos, el Joshua se despertará y nos contará historia, nos dirá, pues mira, estaba el otro día yo ahí, fumándome un petardo, con sombra por cada lado. Me transformé en el Fénix porque no tenía fuego. Total, que era leopardo, algo así. Oh, no, derrota a los enemigos. Fantasma y Heródoto. Vénganse. Qué guapo, La espada esta está muy guapa. Imagino que tendremos a Odin y Jill nos dará Shiva, ¿no? De final. En plan, totalmente lo contrario al fuego. Invoca a Shiva. Como quieras. Si hace falta. Vale. Fantasma de Noé. Venga, Neo Geo. Y Ao. Voy a curar. No me da tiempo a hacer el bloqueo, Lo estoy intentando a ver. ¿Qué ha pasado? Ahí está, eso es lo que quería hacer. Eso es lo que quería hacer. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Que no funciona el bloqueo titánico ahora? De repente. Al suelo, hombre. No se muere, Ahí está. Como mola, acabar así. Ti, tito, ti, tito, ti.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more.
¿Así, pim pam? ¿Ya hemos ayudado a todos? No, falta algo, ¿no? Hostia, qué ganas tengo de partirle la cara a Artema, por Dios,
You have the towns?
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes. Well,
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to
Felipe.
take their posts.
hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who commits.
Vale, bueno. O sea, vais a follar gratis, ¿no?
It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier, and the people I love include the ones standing before
Oh, se gustan.
me. Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe, but it has solved one. And that...
La Jill se ha picado antes, cuando decía siempre tan amable, no sé qué. Así como, vale. Vamos a lo que nos incumbe. Deja de tirarle los trastos a mi chico. Venga. Vamos para allá. De paso voy a mirar en la vaina esta que estaba diciendo. Esto. Hola, Desiree.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, sir.
Estoy 405. Claro, tengo esto.
You earned this.
You earned this.
Here you are. You earned this.
You earned this.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Vale. ¿Y qué es lo que me ha dado entonces ahora? Porque me ha dado cositas. Fajín sedoso, nada. Brazos de diamantinos, nada. Aumenta el efecto de las pociones en un 40%. Cuidadito, ¿no? ¿Cuántos giles tengo? Tengo bastantes, no me puedo quitar ya esto. Me pongo esto. Incrementa el daño con ignición un 12%. Incrementa el daño fijado de un tetracombo con... Esto, tontería. Incrementa el... en 12. No. Vamos a ir así. Otto.
Hellos from all our friends. How
Vale.
is it you always manage to...
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest?
Let's see. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still looking...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Now's the time to visit the infirm.
Thank you, Otto.
Vamos a hablar con Joshua por fin. Una conversación normal. Espero que no se ande con rodeos y se pire o algo así, Espero que nos cuente todo como los años que han pasado
It was
eso.
not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend.
Silvestre era el padre, ¿no? De Dion.
Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Mientras no se transforme en Bahamut y nos revienta a todos.
To him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Bueno, es lo que hay.
Joshua.
Venga, cuéntanos, Joshua. Me interesa esto, por favor. Estoy todo sudado. Qué vergüenza.
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon.
Ajá.
Limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different.
Fuego, aire,
You're special.
hielo,
Your
rayo,
abilities begin with the flames of
luz,
Ifrit,
oscuridad, no sé.
but they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance.
Tierra con
Perhaps
titán.
Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
Joshua va a morir, lo más probable.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Hombre. El tema está en que si poseía a Clive se acababa el mundo, ¿no? Toma chorrazo de sangre.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
¿Cómo se acaba de poner esto, no? Quedan 8 elementos, pues me faltan 2
What's the short of it?
por dominar. El hielo.
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question.
Venga,
for
lección
the
de
man.
historia.
Look here. This
Ah, no.
route, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree.
Va a morir Joshua, ¿no?
But thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
Full team, ¿eh?
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
¿Y por qué Jill no le da su poder, tío? Ve a los ecos de Crotty. De una, que voy para allá. Es aquí abajo. ¿Y dónde tenemos que ir nosotros? A Camber. ¿Qué es esto, Camber? Mierda. Es que me gustaría que me dijera qué es cada ubicación, coño. Mercado de Boclat. No, no podemos ir a ningún lado. Vamos para allá. Voy para allá de una. Ecos de Crotty. ¿Por qué estamos tan lejos del cristal madre? ¿Por qué no vamos? Porque tenemos que ir a Camber primero, ¿no? Dalmequia Central. Y Joshua atrás, todo reventado, ¿no? Ah, no, va con Torgal. Ojo, que de repente está en nuestro equipo, Joshua. Sirvientes entre las sombras, verás tú.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
Toma, tonto.
You're right. I'm sorry.
¿No está pasando bien?
Yote
Venga.
is a fine scout. If Candor was
Jote
attacked,
se llamaba,
she
es
will
verdad.
already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Claro, vamos para adelante tú. Qué guapo que está, ¿eh?
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
Venga. Por si tenéis alguna duda. Vale, ¿qué nos faltará de poderes, tío? Me llama la atención. Porque es que lo estoy pensando, ¿eh? Odín seguro. Que Odín no sé qué elemento es. Y el hielo, ¿no? Entonces serían 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 y 8. Claro, pero sería fuego, fuego, aire, fuego, aire, rayo, tierra, luz, ¿no? Al dominar la destreza se llega a Mega Fulgor 4, ¿eh? Me lo he puesto por si vuelvo a utilizar Bahamut. Más que nada. Me siento cómodo tal y como voy. No os voy a engañar. Porque yo llego aquí, hago esto. Pim, pam, pum. Hago esto también. No quería hacer esto justamente, pero bueno. que las habilidades de fuego que tengo molan demasiado, la verdad.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's
Dejote.
strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive.
Pero con mejores formas. Te mola. Te mola, no pasa nada, dilo. Yo te que está bien. Que te mole. No quería hacer esto. Innecesario. Piri, piri, pi, piri, piri. Chao, chao, chao. Planicie de Rimasov. Vale. Chao, 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 chao. Como me la turbo, pela todo. Quiero ir por la historia.
They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Está, ¿no? Por aquí vamos bien. Nak, acásico. Nak. Venga. No nos hemos enfrentado a ningún Behemoth. Es que es mítico el puto Behemoth en la saga. Piri, 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 piri. Venga, vámonos. Tranquilidad. Claro, la consecuencia de no hacer suficientes secundarias es que en cuanto a habilidades mejoras poco. Pero como subes tanto de nivel igualmente jugando la historia... Hola. Claro, tengo nivel, pero no tengo nivel de habilidades. Que seguramente si pudiera... O sea, si pudieras y lo haces... Mejoras hasta el infinito, ¿no? Seguro. Welcome, welcome. Qué susto. Vámonos. Un Hedwig que estaba ahí. Bueno, un Stolas. No sé cómo se llaman esos pájaros. Jote. Ella es Jote. O él, no sé qué es.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course.
Y esto llega después.
Makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Pero tú no has conocido a nadie hasta ahora, ¿no?
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Se molan. Se molan. No pasa nada, os moláis.
Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
Einherjar. Odin. ¿No?
The Black Galleon.
Joshua. The Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Cuéntanos.
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
¿Qué es? Odín, ¿no? Ciudades libres de cambio.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Not quite.
How dare you!
¿Cómo? Hostia.
Distinguished members of the council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
Hostia.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
Este es
My
Odín.
colleagues, do you not see?
Y el otro es Artema.
The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
Sí, con los acásicos. ¿A qué se va a liar?
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures.
¿Cuál es el elemento de Odín? Las armas. Es que no sé.
That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Ha pegado un tajo y los ha matado.
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris.
La chica?
A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn.
Quieren matar a Jill.
See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Están hablando de Jill, ¿no?
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
¿Cuál es el elemento de Odín? ¿Oscuridad? ¿Son la luz y la oscuridad? Estoy flipando, ¿eh? Sí, no, estaban hablando de Jill. Va a morir y en el último momento nos vamos a quedar a Shiva.
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
A la pala le prende fuego toda la casa por la cara. Innecesario.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima.
Hostia.
He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken.
Es complicado.
The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects. And while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards.
Toma.
Omielos delan tu isag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
Venga, joder, espabila.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, your grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
Se molan.
You have my word.
Se quieren. Se gustan.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
Brutal. O sea, acabamos de abrir el arco final del juego ya, ¿no? Lo siguiente es reventar a Odín. Bueno, seguramente muera Jill. Chuparemos a Shiva. Y luego ya movidas. Creo que lo voy a dejar por aquí. 1 hora y cuarto, Sufi.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Brutal, brutal. Me está flipando, la verdad. Me está flipando. Pues nada, mi gente. Lo voy a dejar por aquí. Seguiremos en otro momento. Así que nada. Muchas gracias a todos. Suscribirse si os mola el rollo. Y si no, pues no. Y hasta el siguiente vídeo.